And we welcome you to R.A. Fagino Hall on the campus of Elmhurst College as we bring you a doubleheader of Blue Jay basketball here this afternoon. First, the women taking on the University of Chicago Maroons, followed up by the second game of our doubleheader will be the men. The Blue Jays men taking on the University of Wisconsin Oshkosh. Thank you so much for logging on to BlueJayTV.com. My name is Mark Kruger, delighted to bring you the action for both games. And right now, let's go to the public address announcer, Bruce Hill, for the player introductions. So the Blue Jays come in with a record of 3-2. Meanwhile, the Chicago Maroons a perfect 5-0, a non-conference battle here. The Blue Jays out of the CCIW conference. Meanwhile, the Chicago Maroons out of the UAA, the University Athletic Association. Head coach of the Maroons is Carissa Sane in her 7th season. Meanwhile, Tethany Carrillo in her 12th season as the head coach of the Blue Jays. So the Blue Jays will send out Kelly Clay, Lisa Logan, 2 seniors in the backcourt. Queen Jean is a freshman. Kelly Wyrich is a sophomore. Courtney O'Donnell is also a sophomore. So 2 seniors, 2 sophomores, and a freshman for the Blue Jays. Meanwhile, the Maroons, Mia Farrell, Taylor Lake, Miranda Burt are all juniors. And then you've got Ola Obi and Jamie Kockenmeister, both seniors. So a veteran crew for this Maroons team, averaging 81 points per game. They're starting 5, basically all in double figures. Kockenmeister is averaging 9 points per game. Burt 13, Obi 10. Lake is the leading scorer, averaging almost 17 a game, and Farrell is averaging 11 points per game. Leading scorer for the Blue Jays is Kelly Clay. She is averaging 10 points per game for Elmhurst. Opening tap controlled by the Blue Jays, and we are off and running here in Elmhurst. Here is Clay. Drives baseline, pulls up, has her shot blocked by Burt. It will be Blue Jay basketball with 7 on the shot clock. Your 3 officials this afternoon, Mark Rapinski, Matt Hanley, and Leanne Sermon. And we got a foul before the inbounds pass against the Maroons. Foul's going to be on number 20, Ola Obi. Her first, team's first. 4 10-minute quarters on the women's side. Later on in the second game of our doubleheader, the men, 2 20-minute halves. Here's Clay. Blue Jays, by the way, got a new shot clock after the foul. And the drive by Logan is blocked. So a couple of blocks early on. And the Maroons do a very good job defensively. As a matter of fact, as they work it around the perimeter here, the Maroons' opponents are averaging nearly 25 turnovers per game. There's a turnover by the Maroons. Here's Clay in the front court. Keeps her dribble, makes a nice move, pulls up jumper, right baseline, no good. Rebound, Mia Farrell. Farrell has it in the corner, thought about taking the 3, now gives it to Obi. Skip pass over to Kockenmeister. Kockenmeister on the drive, and it's good. First field goal of the game, Jamie Kockenmeister. The senior averaging, as I mentioned, 9 points per game. Logan driving baseline, kicking it out. Clay for three, short. Rebound Obi. Maroons with players from all over the country. The shot is missed, followed by Obi is no good, but she is fouled. So Ola Obi will come to the line here to shoot two. Fouls on Queen Jean, her first. Obi out of Tennessee, and she hits the first free throws. I mentioned the Maroons from players all over Jupiter, Florida, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Missouri, Tennessee, Iowa, Massachusetts. Nice form showed there by Obi. She hits the two free throws, and it's 4-0 in favor of the Maroons. Maroons averaging 81 points per game. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays averaging 58 points per game. And there's a turnover there. Wyridge couldn't quite handle it, and it goes out of bounds. In the game for the Maroons is Megan O'Hara, number 5, a 5'10" sophomore from Ridgefield, Connecticut. The Maroons coming off of a 72-69 win over Wheaton a couple nights ago. There's a drive by Farrell. She got fouled, so she'll come to the line here to shoot two as we take another look at it here. Farrell with a nice drive. Bit of a block right there. A foul is on Kelly Clay. That's her first. And so Farrell will have two free throws. Missed the first, she'll have one more. Elmhurst coming off of a win over Redlands. 72-71 was the final in that one. Here's another steal, another turnover for the Blue Jays. Three-point attempt by Farrell is no good, and a good rebound pulled down by O'Donnell. Blue Jays snapped the two-game losing streak by knocking off Redlands. Another foul here by the Maroons. Claire Steffens into the game for University of Chicago. Opening moments of this first quarter here at R.A. Faginal Hall. Making the move is Jean, and she can't quite get it in. It's tapped out of bounds. It's going to go to Elmhurst. Pretty good move there by the freshman Queen Jean. Freshman out of Cypress, Texas. Into the game for Chicago, number 4, Elizabeth Shaw. Freshman out of Glenview, Illinois. Went to Glenbrook South High School. Former Titan. And another turnover, steal by Shaw. Here's O'Hara, puts up the shot. No, it's going to be an offensive foul on Megan O'Hara. And more substitutions coming in here for Chicago. It's number 33, Katie Heller into the game. Heller, 5'11" freshman out of Urbandale, Iowa. So Carissa Sane going with a lot of players here in the first quarter, showing the deep bench. Lisa Logan driving baseline, got cut off. Back to Clay. Logan on the drive, counted, and she will come to the line. Nice drive by Lisa Logan. Take another look at it here. The 5'7" senior from Aurora went to Mattia Valley. There's the bucket and the foul. So she will look to complete the three-point play. She does. First points of the game for the Blue Jays, and it's now 5-3. 6:26 remaining here in the opening quarter. Steffens. And there's going to be another foul here. This one on the freshman will be Queen Jean. Now that's number 2 on Jean. Bit of a check there in the back. Not much contact, but her hand was on the back, so they're going to call that. So into the game for the Blue Jays is number 33, Lauren Goff. Lauren played a couple of years at Waubonsie Community College in Sugar Grove. Nice drive into the lane, and the lefty layup is good by Claire Steffens. And it's 7-3 in favor of the Chicago Maroons. Boy, another foul, another whistle, but a lot of fouls piling up here for both teams. That foul is on Elizabeth Shaw. For Shaw, it's her first. It's the 5th team foul already, so Weirich will be shooting, hits the first free throw. 5 team fouls is the limit here on the women's side of each quarter. And the second free throw rolls in for Kelly. And so it's 7-5 in favor of the Maroons. And another foul. Taylor Lake was double teamed. Behind her was Kelly Clay, and she picks up another foul. That's her second. So Tethany Carrillo is probably going to have to go to the bench and get Clay out of there. First free throw is good by Lake. Taylor, the leading scorer, averaging 16.7 points per game. Kockenmeister comes back into the game for the Maroons. Farrell in there as well, along with Shaw, Lake, and Obi. And the second free throw is good by Lake. And she comes out of the game. Replacing her is Elizabeth McCray. Logan driving baseline, pulls up the one-handed shot, no good. Battle for the rebound, and it's taken down by the Maroons. This is Shaw with it. Kockenmeister will launch the triple. Back of the iron, no good. Strong rebound by Lisa Logan. Logan looking ahead, pushing it up. Spotting up and taking the 3 ball. That ball no good. Marissa Urso pulling up from the free throw line, shooting that one is Farrell. That's no good. Lauren Goff into the front court for the Blue Jays. Goff makes the move. The running one-hander is good. So Lauren Goff gets the Blue Jays to within 2, 9-7 here, a little more than halfway through the opening quarter. Kockenmeister, well, she thought about taking the 3, instead passed it off to Farrell. Farrell on the drive, and the shot is good. A little bit of contact, no call. Mia Farrell with a field goal, and it's a 4-point lead for the Maroons, 11-7. 4.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. You're logged on to BlueJayTV.com. My name is Mark Kruger, delighted to bring you all the action. 2 games this afternoon as that triple is good by Marissa Urso. So Urso's triple brings the Blue Jays to within 1. Urso, sophomore from St. Charles, former St. Charles East Saint. Obi wide open for the shot. It's no good. Lauren Goff getting the loose ball. Goff on the drive. Left-handed dribble off the glass. No, but she was fouled. So a good take by Lauren Goff. She will come to the line here to shoot 2. Take another look at it here. Nice little crossover. Good penetration. Couldn't quite get the bucket to go, but foul is on Shaw, her second. Goff misses the free throw. She'll have one more. Into the game for Elmhurst is number 22, Maggie Grady, 5'10" sophomore. Miranda Burt, number 23, returns for the Maroons. 3:47 to go here in the opening quarter. Second free throw by Lauren Goff is good. Goff with 3 points. And we're tied at 11. Obi on the drive in the paint, throws up a tough off-balance shot and gets it to go. Ola Obi, the senior, with the tough off-balance shot, goes to the glass. Maroons up by 2. Answering at the other end, a nice driving layup by Marissa Urso. Urso with 5, and we're tied at 13. Obi driving baseline, gets held up nicely by Urso, and it's going to be a held ball possession arrow going to the University of Chicago. Watch it here, you see Obi driving and Urso, nice weak side help, ties up Obi. Held ball, possession arrow to the Maroons. Inside, left-handed shot off the glass is no good by Steffens. She gets it back, however, Urso gets the rebound. Marissa at 5'4", takes it all the way off the glass and in. Wow, Marissa Urso really doing a nice job off the glass. 7 points already for her. And the Blue Jays take the lead, 15-13. Steffens, double team, picks up her dribble. Kockenmeister loses it. Urso gets the steal. Boy, Marissa has really done a nice job at both ends of the floor so far here in the early going. Blue Jays by 2. Playing pretty good basketball here in the early going. Boy, that one was blocked by Heller. Urso on the drive, kind of an off-balance shot. Ball loose, picked up by Farrell. And a foul in the backcourt. This one is going to be on Lauren Goff. Goff's first. Both teams are over the foul limit. Both teams with 5 team fouls here. So that'll bring Jamie Kockenmeister to the line. And she'll have 2 shots here. First free throw is good by Jamie, and she'll have one more. Second free throw by Kockenmeister is no good, and the loose ball tracked down by Maggie Grady. Blue Jays still with the lead, 15-14, and another whistle. Boy, teams, this is going to be on Kockenmeister. It's her first. Both teams are going to have to adjust to the officials. They're calling it kind of tight. And the one thing you always ask of officials is be consistent, and they have been doing that. They've been calling it tight on both ends of the floor. Urso to the line, misses the first. She'll have another. Ayani Banner, number 21, a 5'6" sophomore from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, into the game for the Maroons. Urso's second free throw is good. 8 first quarter points for Marissa Urso. The lead is 2 for the Blue Jays. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. Steffens in the corner, picks up her dribble. And a blocking foul on the drive by Banner. So Banner will come to the line to shoot 2. Blue Jays not moving their feet defensively and picking up a lot of fouls here. So Banner will have 2. And that one rattles in and out. This is the 10th free throw here in the quarter by the Maroons. And that one is good. Maroons are 7 of 10 from the free throw line here in the opening quarter. 16-15, Blue Jays by 1. Logan on the drive off the glass and in. Tough shot by Lisa Logan. Lisa with 5 points. It's a 3-point lead for the Blue Jays. Tough shot off the glass by Miranda Burt, running one-hander. And the Maroons are within 1. Urso at the top of the key. And that one is going to go out of bounds off of Lauren Goff. The Blue Jays will turn it over here. .110 to go here in the opening quarter. First of 2, don't forget, right around 4 o'clock, the men will tip off. It'll be the Blue Jays taking on the Titans of the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. I'll bring you that game here on BlueJayTV.com. Second game of our doubleheader here this afternoon. We're glad you logged on. That 3 ball is off the mark by Burt, but Kockenmeister gets that's Steffens getting the offensive rebound. 3 ball is off by Banner. Lake with the putback. Boy, oh boy, the Maroons just getting 3 and 4 chances. And it's Lake getting her first field goal of the game. And the Maroons take the lead, 19-18, and there's a turnover. Mia Reese couldn't quite handle it in the corner for the Blue Jays. Chance now for the Maroons to build to their 1-point lead. Shot no good. Offensive rebound again by Steffens. Boy, she's had a number of offensive rebounds here in the quarter, and she got fouled. Take another look at it here. She misses the first shot here, but she gets it right back, and then she gets fouled. Foul, by the way, on Maggie Grady, her first. So 2 shots coming here for Claire Steffens. She hits the first. 1 more coming. Back in the game, Courtney O'Donnell, the sophomore for the Blue Jays. 29 seconds remaining, so the shot clock is turned off. Second free throw is also good by Steffens. Boy, 12 free throws in this first quarter for the Maroons. University of Chicago leads by 3. See if the Blue Jays hold for the last shot here. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Logan, and she got bumped. So she will come to the line to shoot 2. Banner with the foul. Logan hits the first, 69% free throw shooter. She's 2 for 2 so far here today. Elena Cabrera, number 24, 5'8" sophomore, into the game for Tethny Carrillo's Blue Jays. Elmhurst hanging tough here, trailing by just 2. Under 13 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Second free throw is also good by Logan. Good first quarter for Lisa. 7 first quarter points for her. Blue Jays are within 1. Farrell into the lane, and a near steal that time by Reese. And she hits it out of bounds. Victor E. handling it. Nice job, Victor. All right. See the mascot there at the bottom of your monitor, Victor E. 4 seconds to go in the quarter. Farrell, see if she can get a shot off here. It's an off-balance shot. Oh, she almost banked it in. 1 quarter in the books here from R.A. Fagnall Hall. The visiting Maroons from the University of Chicago, undefeated at 5-0, lead the Blue Jays here 21-20. A very balanced offensive attack for the Maroons. 7 different players scoring for the Maroons. For the Blue Jays, 2 young ladies had good quarters offensively. Marissa Urso off the bench has 8, and Lisa Logan, the starting guard, has 7. Of course, the Blue Jays out of the CCIW, this being a non-conference game. Everybody else in the CCIW opening up their conference schedule today. We'll run down the list of games here. Carthage is at Illinois Wesleyan. Carroll is at Augustana. Milliken is in Naperville to take on North Central, and Wheaton is in Chicago to take on North Park. If you're wondering when the Blue Jays will open up CCIW, the answer will be Wednesday night against Illinois Wesleyan. And I will bring you that game here at 7 o'clock, live from R.A. Fagnall Hall on BlueJayTV.com. Please log on Wednesday night, or better yet, stop on by to R.A. Fagnall Hall. Wednesday night, December 5th, the conference home opener against Illinois Wesleyan. By the way, happy December, everybody. Not exactly sure where the month of November went, but here we are in December. And I got a feeling this month will go just as fast. Before you know it, we'll be ringing in 2019. All right, here we go. Start of the second quarter. Blue Jays with the ball trailing by 1. Skip pass over to Urso. Taking the shot with her foot on the line is Cabrera. That's no good, but an offensive rebound by Reese, and the Blue Jays will get a new 30-second shot clock. Logan on the drive. Ball is loose. Still loose. Kockenmeister got it to Lake. Lake does not have the numbers. Out to Shaw. She'll launch the triple. Front of the rim, no good. Logan goes down on the floor, can't get up. And nicely done by Urso to come over and get some help. Just underway here in the second quarter. Urso goes down, Cabrera goes down as well, and finally there's a whistle here. It's going to be on Taylor Lake. Kelly Wyrich back into the game for Elmhurst, and back into the game for the Maroons is Miranda Burt. Logan will inbound it here for the Blue Jays with a new 30-second shot clock. And that little 10-foot jump shot is good by Courtney O'Donnell. And that gives the Blue Jays a 1-point lead here, 22-21. Obi lost it as she went baseline. Cabrera comes up with it. Wyrich down low, shot is short by O'Donnell. And now here come the Maroons. Obi down on the floor with Wyrich, and the ball is going to go to the Blue Jays. End-to-end action here. Take another look at it here. Obi and Wyrich down on the ground, and they're saying it went off of Obi. Blue Jay ball here. Nice backdoor cut, but Cabrera traveled. Good idea by Cabrera. She went backdoor, but when she caught the ball, she shuffled her feet a little bit. Got called for the travel. Blue Jays holding on to a 1-point lead. Here's Lake. Puts up the shot. Short. Ball is loose. Obi gets the loose ball, and Obi puts it in with the left hand. 6 for Ola Obi, and the Maroons take the lead back 23-22. The Maroons with wins over Lake Forest, Illinois Wesleyan, Heidelberg, MIT, and Wheaton. Some pretty tough competition. Drive there, and the hook shot by Reese is off, and a backcourt foul by Kelly Wyrich. For Wyrich, that's her first personal foul. Substitutions, Megan O'Hara is back into the game. Claire Steffens is back in as well for the Maroons. Each team with one team foul here in the second quarter. 7:24 remaining here in the first half. O'Hara drives, and another blocking foul here. Mia Reese guilty of the foul. Her first second team foul. as the officials continue to call it rather tight. See the drive and a little bit of contact there, and they call the foul on Reese with the block. Back into the game is Lauren Goff, number 33 for the Blue Jays. She replaces Reese. Farrell still looking, and is it oh, they're calling a foul. Boy, oh boy, it was nearly a 5-second violation, as the inbounder has 5 seconds to get the ball in, but instead it's a foul on Courtney O'Donnell. Her first, it's the third team foul. Oh, nice spin move. Burt, it looked like she got fouled, no call. Lake on the drive, puts up the running one-hander, that's no good. Steffens got an offensive rebound. Drive by O'Hara is good, and a foul. Boy, again, the Maroons getting 3 and 4 opportunities that time. Lake missed the shot. Here is the drive by O'Hara, the bucket, and the foul. Courtney O'Donnell picking up her second foul. 2 quick fouls for O'Donnell, and she will come to the bench. O'Hara looking to complete the 3-point play, and she does. The lead is 4. 26-22 in favor of the Maroons. A little over 3 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Goff on the drive, the left-handed layup is good. Lauren Goff with 5, nobody there. Weak side help was non-existent for the Maroons, and Lauren said, well, I'll take it all the way in and make a layup. O'Hara, she drives, splits the defenders, missed the shot. Steffens again with an offensive rebound. Boy, Steffens has had a number of offensive rebounds so far here in this first half. Wyrich, nice pass, the missed shot by Cabrera. Goff, Wyrich. Wyrich down on her knees, and Tethny Carrillo, seeing that Kelly was in trouble, calls a 30-second timeout. Boy, the fouls really piling up here in this ball game. As I mentioned earlier, the Maroons, 12 free throws in the first quarter. The Blue Jays had 9 free throws in the first quarter. 3 team fouls here in the second quarter for the Blue Jays. Just 1 team foul for the Maroons. It's a 2-point game, 26-24. Non-conference game. The Maroons, as I mentioned, out of the University Athletic Association, the Maroons were conference champions a year ago, undefeated in conference play at 14-0. They finished 24-3 last year. And with 3 juniors and 2 seniors in the starting lineup, the Maroons are looking again to have a terrific season. And this is the kind of non-conference competition, as I mentioned, that Tethny Carrillo and the Blue Jays want. Get them ready for the tough CCIW conference. 3-ball attempt by Goff, front of the rim, no. Lisa Logan got the rebound. It did hit the rim, so they got a new shot clock. However, they turn it over. Farrell in the open floor, and she's going to get the easy layup. 5 for Farrell here today, and the lead is back up to 4. 5.5 left here in this first half. Mark Kruger delighted to bring you the action. The first of 2 from R.A. Fagenhall. Blue Jay basketball. That triple is off by Wyrich. The men will take to the floor at about 4 o'clock today against the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. Again, that tip-off will be at about 4 o'clock. Becca Gerke into the game, number 30, and she got the rebound. And boy, I'm not sure who's the foul on. The foul was on a Blue Jay. Becca Gerke got the rebound. It's the 4th team foul against the Blue Jays. Becca Gerke, by the way, in that game at Redlands, came off the bench, had 14 points. Kelly Clay was the leading scorer in that game with 19. Lake's triple is off, And there's a rebound by Becca Gerke. Good strong rebound. Gerke had 7 rebounds to go along with those 14 points against Redlands. Good player to come off the bench for Carrillo. Shot by Logan is an air ball, but it went off of a Maroon, so it's going to be Blue Jays basketball. And they have a new shot clock, but it didn't hit the rim, and I don't think the Maroons had possession, so quite honestly, I don't think the Blue Jays earn the new 30-second shot clock. They're going to take a couple seconds off of it, I believe. There's 4:56 left on the game clock. And that's what the official, I believe, is talking to the official scorer about. Logan put up a shot. It was an air ball. It went off of a Maroon who never really had possession of the ball, so it went out of bounds, and so they shouldn't have had a new shot clock. Currently, there is a new 30. Okay, now they're bringing it down to 19. And that's what the official is discussing with Tethany Carrillo. Into the game for the Blue Jays here is number 42, Zori Miller, a freshman out of Sacramento, California. Boy, I wonder what the temperature is in Sacramento, California right now. The Blue Jays turn the ball over. Temperature here in Elmhurst in the mid-30s. Little precipitation going on. Not very good day to be driving. So stay logged on to BlueJayTV.com. Lake driving in. Oh, nicely done off the glass. 6 for Taylor. And it's a 6-point Maroon lead, 30-24. 4:35 remaining here in the first half. Blue Jays hanging tough. Goff. The floater is off. Obi tipped around. Gerke trying to battle for it. Gerke does get it. Tracks it down and whips it up top to Goff. Lauren thought about the 3. Wyrich will take the triple. Rimming, no. Gerke got it. Took it out of the arms of Obi. New shot clock now for the Blue Jays as we approach the 4-minute mark. Wyrich on the drive. Nope. Rebound pulled down by Kockenmeister. Kockenmeister ahead to Farrell. Farrell, little stutter step off the glass and in. Wow, what a beautiful move. Mia Farrell with 7. 32-24. Biggest lead of the game now for the Maroons. 3:40 left in the half. Wyrich into the corner here to Goff. Goff guarded by Lake. Wyrich with the move off the glass and in. Kelly Wyrich with her first field goal. She's got 4. Big bucket there by the Blue Jays. Pull within 6. And knocked out of bounds by Goff. 32-26 Maroons. Kelly Clay back in for the Blue Jays. Also back in is Queen Jean, number 20. Queen spells her first name Kween, not Queen. Two officials talking things over, Mark Rapinski, Matt Hanley. And now we get the thumbs up and we are ready to go. Here's Shaw. Banner on the drive, got cut off. Into the corner is Shaw. Tethany Carrillo looking for a travel. 8 on the shot clock. Obi in the corner, skip pass over to Banner with 3 on the shot clock. Banner's 3 is no good. Obi gets the offensive rebound. She puts up the shot and made it. However, the official is saying that she got fouled before she put up the shot. So wave off the bucket by Obi. The foul is on Jean. That's her third. Obi hits the free throw. So the freshman is going to have to sit right back down. Boy, she was only in for a couple seconds, picked up her third, and now she's going to have to sit down as Maggie Grady comes in. 3 fouls for Jean. Second free throw by Obi, back of the rim, no good. There is a whistle, however, foul against the Maroons. And that one will be on Banner. Her second. It's the second team foul. The Blue Jays are already at the limit with 5 team fouls. 2:47 remaining here in the half. Blue Jays with the ball trailing by 7. Ball is loose, and it goes out of bounds to who? The Maroons. Tiffany Carrillo looking for a jump ball, and she's pleading her case to Leanne Sermon. But more often than not, the head coach is not going to win those. So Blue Jays turn the ball over. Here's Shaw getting it across half court for the Maroons. Banner working around a screen. No, Clay got the rebound, and we got another whistle and a foul. They're going to hit Grady with the foul. Maggie Grady committing the foul. That's her second. And as I mentioned, the Blue Jays are over the limit, so Steffens will shoot 2. Claire made 2 free throws in the first quarter along with a field goal. She's got 4. And now give her 5 points as she hits that free throw. Farrell back in the game along with Kockenmeister for Coach Sane and the Maroons. 2:21 left here in the half. Steffens' second free throw is good. Claire is a perfect 4 for 4 from the foul line today. And now the lead is 9. Blue Jays need to hang around here. Wyridge on the pass off. A foul away from the ball. It's going to be on Farrell. For Farrell, that's her first. It's the 3rd team foul. Miranda Burt back into the game, number 23 for the Maroons. Wyridge guarded by Farrell, and now another foul call. This will be the 4th team foul against the University of Chicago. Foul is on Claire Steffens, her first. Clay to inbound. New shot clock, a little over 2 minutes to go here in the half. Urso with a nice quick move off the glass and in. Wow. Marissa got that ball and made a very quick move and a nice touch off the glass. Urso brings the Blue Jays to within 7 and now a steal. Here's Clay in the front court. Clay, and she is blocked by Lake from behind, but a foul will be called on Taylor, her second. Nice job in transition. You see the turnover here, and Kelly Clay using her quickness, getting fouled from behind by Lake. Taylor tried to time that one to try to get a clean block, but she could not. So Kelly Clay looking for her first points of the game. She gets her first free throw. She'll have another one here. Allison Gill, number 22 in for the Maroons. She's from St. Louis, Missouri. Clay hits the 2 free throws, and the Blue Jays are within 5. Kelly will have a seat. Back in as Lisa Logan. Blue Jays, as I mentioned earlier, 3-2 on the year. Opened up the season with 2 wins against Aurora and Defiance. Inside, and Steffens with the easy layup. Then they lost 2 to Wittenberg, Chapman, and then they knocked off Redlands 72-71 in overtime to get to 3-2 on the year. And, good anticipation by Farrell, and Mia's going to get fouled in the backcourt by Lisa Logan. Actually, not a bad foul by Lisa because Farrell was off to the races. She was probably going to have an easy layup. Good anticipation. They're playing the passing lanes, and you see Lisa committing the foul, her first. So she's going to have to earn them from the free throw line here. 2 shots for Farrell. She's got 7 points so far here in the game. Make it 8. Farrell averages 11 points per game. 8-point lead for the Maroons. Maroons trying to stay undefeated. 5-0 coming into this afternoon. Under a minute remaining. Blue Jays with the ball trailing by 9. Chicago in a 2-3 zone. And on the pass off a steal by Farrell. Mia will toss it over to Kockenmeister, back to Farrell. Her triple is off. Logan got the rebound. Blue Jays pushing it up, half a minute remaining. Urso left open for the triple, leaves it a little bit short. Rebound Gill. Pull-up jumper from about 12 feet, off by Burt. 8 seconds to go here in the half. Weirich going to have to get it off. 3-2, Weirich on the drive. No good, and that will end the first half here in Elmhurst. Non-conference battle between the Blue Jays and the Maroons. And the University of Chicago leads by 9 here at the break, 39-30. You are logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
Education is kind of in my family. My dad's a principal, and so I've seen that lifestyle, and I wanted to further education of students, and I really enjoy kids. And so that being said, I wanted to be a teacher and then coach as well. The elementary education program is very rigorous. You get out in the field, you have field experience starting your sophomore year. So your sophomore through senior year, you're always in the field learning. I think that's just like a huge advantage here at Elmhurst College to have you out in the field early, just because you have such almost like a leg up on everyone else that is going into that major as well, just because you're out there, and it takes 3 or 4 years to realize what the system of a school is. We're in schools all the time as students, but not necessarily as teachers, so it's a different point of view to see the whole school atmosphere. The professors, they're really great. They always email you right back, even in the evenings if you have questions on assignments and papers. The ratio in the class is there's 12 or 13 students per professor in a class period in the elementary education program. And so with that being said, you're not a number, you're a name. And that's something that I really, really like, and it definitely prepares you. They always push you in the classroom, they always push you on the court, off the court. Our coaches push us to do other things besides sports and our major, to get out in the community. And with all that being said, it's kind of a resume builder, and so that's how it pushes us to become more prepared for the real world. Our basketball team actually has weekly meetings in the fall with the Center for Professional Excellence, so they help us build resumes and help us, get our name out to people and businesses for internships and jobs and all that. But I know that when the time comes, I feel like I'm going to be prepared just through the education that Elmhurst has provided and the skills that I've learned as well through sports and our studies.
Coming here as a Division III player, you're coming here to get your degree. We have some players that go on to be professional athletes. They've gone overseas, but that's not the norm. Our players are coming, they're finishing their playing careers here. And so whenever they're done, they're being prepared in something else other than just basketball. So for us, that's the student-athlete model. You come in, you're working hard. Our players put in as much time as a Division I player does, but it's because they want to be there. I know that from motivating our players, if they're coming to practice, I know that they're working hard because it's out of them, not just because we've got a dollar sign, they have to do it, this is how they have to stay in school. They don't have to be there. They're there because they're motivated to, they want to be a good team, they want to be a good player, and there's something that's special about that experience to me, coaching that player.
Welcome to the cultural season at Elmhurst College. Elmhurst is a place of values and conviction. We were founded by 19th century reformers who believed in human potential, loved learning, and had standards. More than 140 years later, we still do. We still attract students and teachers who want to think for themselves and act on principles, who challenge and respect one another, who engage, serve, and celebrate our diverse, dynamic, interdependent world. A few years ago, to be clear about things, we wrote down our core values. This year, we asked some of our students what those values mean to them.
Elmhurst College is unique in so many ways.
Here we really do have values, and my professors know the values, and they push me to be those values.
Stewardship and faith and community and service, and it really does bring in kind of a level of just interaction with values that you never got before.
But as you kind of develop yourself over the years, you start to realize these values mean so much more, and you start to uncover the true meaning behind them.
You begin to see equivalencies between your life and the school, and then you discover that you're not just in a place of learning, you're also in a place of growing, you're in a place of maturity and value, exactly that, core values.
Intellectual excellence means allowing our minds to grow in ways that we've never thought they could before. It means exploring those new pathways, seeing how we could do things different. It means stepping outside of our box of what we know and what we're comfortable with and taking those risks to really grow and make things better. I think that's really the core of what intellectual excellence is.
The professors set the standard of intellectual excellence, and that rubs off on the students, and I feel like that's rubbed off on me.
You really have to push yourself. So to know that's actually a value here is pretty important, because that's something I value on my own. So if my college values it as well, that means I really belong here.
To say that Elmhurst College values community, I think, is an understatement. I think Elmhurst College is community in so many ways.
Coming to Elmhurst College, a small college, it has to be about community.
It doesn't really matter who you are or where you've come from. Everyone here will just love you for who you are.
The fact that every individual and every unique person is allowed to be in an environment together and learn from each other and grow with each other.
Just the fact that it's smaller and that you form those one-on-one relationships, it encourages like creativity and questioning and all the things I wanted out of my college experience.
Social responsibility means caring for each individual as a person.
There are all these people and they're all more important than my general happiness as a single person.
You're not only trying to better yourself, but I feel like it also means it's your job that you better your community too.
Knowing that there's something larger than yourself and that you can play a part in making someone else's life better.
Taking what I learned from my family, that others come before me, and translating that into the entire world.
It's really awesome to be in a place where not only are you worrying about academics, but it's also teaching me how to be a better person.
To me, stewardship is just being responsible, really thinking about your actions.
If I'm going to say that, I believe in this philanthropy, I think we should do this, I need to follow through with my actions.
What I found coming to Elmhurst is that there are lots of people that feel the same way. So it was easy to find a group of people who were so engaged in service and so willing to help.
Kind of made me reflect on, what do I value in life? Why am I here? They really did kind of push me to the next level and make me think about that, and I think that I'm a better person for it.
Values really help shape identity. If you really don't understand your values, you're not really understanding a part of who you are.
I was more sheltered until I came here, and Elmhurst has really kind of made me step out of my comfort zone and learn more about what I want to do and what I believe in.
Places like the chaplain's office and the Niebuhr Center for Faith and Action give me safe places where I can go to discuss my faith and to discuss my values with people that I know I trust and people that I know I can count on to influence me and to lead me in the right direction.
You can never be forced out of your faith or forced into a different kind of faith as long as you're at Elmhurst, that you really are given the ability to take your pick and always have encouragement from your peers, never shunned or excluded or pressured into something else. There's always a place for you.
If you believe you're here on this earth for a reason, that's going to affect the way you live your life. That's going to affect the way you treat your academics, the way you treat your social life, the way you look at your future and the goals that you have. Those things seem like really big things, but all of that boils down to like the way you live your everyday life.
We value
intellectual excellence,
community,
social responsibility,
stewardship,
faith, meaning, and values.
Elmhurst College is much more than buildings, courses, and credits. It's a supportive community of individuals who are committed to helping you reach your full potential. But don't take my word for it.
I visited a lot of schools, but when I came here, it was just like, I'm home.
As soon as I walked on campus, I felt like I could dive right in and get involved.
Getting involved is easy, especially in class. The average class here has just 17 students.
Every faculty and staff here just wants me to succeed.
I can go up to them, and it's not just office hours. Like, I'm here from 10:30 to 11:30. It's actually like, whenever you need help, my door's open.
There's a real connection that takes place. I'm frequently asked, what do I teach? I never say music. I teach people. Music's the vehicle.
It was great to see that rather than just teaching textbook material, they're actually giving you some industry insight.
I'm a vocalist. I'm out in the clubs performing. I'm touring in Europe and performing. So they see how their life can transition into that.
A lot of my friends from other universities, they don't get to be a part of undergraduate research, professional development at such an early stage.
They're truly there to help you and to build you and to make sure that you are amazing.
And at Elmhurst, you can be amazing all around, including on the field. Football is just one of 20 Division III sports.
We went straight to the Final Four of the nation, and that was a great way to come in and start off the season.
They're there because they're motivated to, they want to be a good team, they want to be a good player.
Wrestling wasn't my life. I was able to go out and do a lot of different activities and get involved on campus.
We are allowed to be students, and we can be involved in a lot of other things.
How do you want to get involved? You'll have your choice at Elmhurst.
Our campus has over 100 clubs and organizations.
Whatever you want to do, there's something here for you to do.
Concert choir, the wind ensemble, gospel choir,
Habitat for Humanity, Global Poverty Club.
I'm an orientation student leader,
SGA, Best Buddies.
Greek life at Elmhurst College is really focused on leadership and discovering who you really are.
To be part of all these different organizations and get to know all these amazing people is why I love Elmhurst.
You can also get to know the world beyond the campus. Elmhurst offers study abroad opportunities in 44 countries.
I studied abroad in Granada,
Holland, Germany, El Salvador,
Israel and Palestine,
Costa Rica,
Czech Republic.
Back at home, you'll enjoy all the advantages of our great location. Downtown Elmhurst is just a short walk from campus, and the Metro train will take you to the world-class city of Chicago in just 30 minutes. When it comes to career preparation, we've got you covered. Elmhurst will connect you with the people and the experiences you need to reach your full potential.
Elmhurst allows you to grow into the knowing, and I appreciate that there's a journey that we encourage. It's not just in one program or one department, it's threaded throughout everything that we do.
Elmhurst College pushes you to truly find who you are as a person and as a professional.
They will make sure no matter what your interests are, what your career path is, that there's going to be a resource on campus that is going to help you find that potential and then reach it.
If I had to say why Elmhurst would be the best option for nursing education, I would say because you don't have to be big to be the best. We have all of the student services, we have all the educational services, the excellent curriculum and faculty, so we're not big, but we are the best. We have a state-of-the-art simulation center, and I have seen many sim centers across the nation, and this one is truly, truly remarkable.
The professors there encourage us to make mistakes
because it is simulation and they want us to learn from our mistakes.
Going to the sim lab that's actually in Elmhurst Memorial Hospital, it's really, really cool. The facility is amazing, it's brand new.
What the Simulation Center consists of are mannequins, but these aren't just mannequins like you've seen before where you do CPR. Our mannequins talk to you. Our mannequins birth babies. Our mannequins cry. If you don't do what you need to do as a nurse to our mannequins, they will die. So what we do is actually simulate experiences in real life that you will see as a nurse, and you get to make mistakes without hurting people.
At any school you can learn the skills, but I feel like at Elmhurst, the faculty and staff are encouraging us to do more.
They're always passionate about what they do, and I think that's very important. One of my professors said, you don't just want to be a good nurse, you want to be the best nurse.
We do have many partners in the community at Elmhurst College, and basically we have to. We rely on our community partners to provide that clinical education piece. So while we are there with our students, side by side, teaching them, we couldn't do it if we didn't have the clinical partners. I think our faculty are our gems here. When you come to Elmhurst for nursing education, you will receive your education from clinical specialists. You can be good as a clinician, but that doesn't make you a good educator. We need excellent educators to be able to translate that theory into practice for our nursing students.
I got on the floor, and after a few weeks working with my clinical instructor and working with my classmates and collaborating, it really has provided me with a safe space to, talk to my instructor, talk to my other peers, and really work together to build my confidence and competency as a future nurse.
I feel like they are preparing me well, and I have no doubt that in a short year and a half that I'll be ready to go out into the world and be a nurse helping patients.
Our students are working everywhere. We have students working in schools, hospitals, and in community health settings. So our students are really everywhere. We don't just teach, we change lives.
I love when people ask me, okay, what can I do now that I'm here?
I'm in the honors program,
Being a part of Union Board,
Best Buddies, Student Government, Debate Club,
Relay for Life, the Research Keystone program,
Greek Life,
Tri Beta,
Juggling Club,
Student Ambassadors.
Once you get here, there are plenty of things going on. Serving the community is such a huge part of being an Elmhurst College student.
Center for Professional Excellence has a whole department and team ready to help you get involved with community service.
I think one of my favorite ones would have to be when I joined Golden Crew. The organization itself focuses on pediatric cancer. We had like a whole scavenger hunt for them, and I dressed up as Batman and kind of helped lead them through the entire experience. And it was kind of really like a humbling thing.
Being able to plan homecoming the last 4 years, it was really honestly one of the best experiences that I've had here.
I don't think I would have been this social or this confident if I wasn't part of the 10,000 things that I get the opportunity to be a part of every day.
The connections that you make on this campus, both in your academic classes as well as the different service organizations or just activities you get involved in, give you the opportunity to really get out there. Making those connections isn't something that's superficial. It's something that you get here as an experience. It's something that is going to carry on for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you're coming here to get a degree, but your 4 years in college aren't just defined by that. It's by all the things that you're involved in and the people that you meet, and the way that you meet those people is by getting involved.
Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
I'm close to everything.
I need a great school at a great price.
I'm learning about myself and my role in the world.
I love a challenge.
I'm dreaming big.
But feel totally at home. I want an education with meaning.
I want to be a champion for others. I made connections for life.
I'm ready for the real world. Why do I go to Elmhurst College?
To reach my full potential.
And welcome back to R.A. Fagnall Hall. Third quarter just underway here, 39-30 in favor of the Maroons. Mark Kruger delighted that you logged on to BlueJayTV.com. First half scoring for the Blue Jays. Marissa Ursel was in double figures with 10. Lisa Logan had 7. And that one, Lake's shot is good. Lake now with 8 points. Mia Farrell had 9 for the Maroons in the first half. Obi had 7. Steffens off the bench with 8. Both teams, by the way, did a nice job at the foul line in that first half. The Blue Jays were 9 of 11 for 82%. Meanwhile, the Maroons were 15 of 18 from the foul line, 83%. Just underway here in the third quarter. Oh, nice drive and the bucket by Miranda Burt. Her second field goal of the afternoon. She's got 4. And boy, just like that, it's a 13-point lead. A couple of field goals here early on in the third quarter for the Maroons. O'Donnell picks up her dribble, tried to get it to Clay, and a steal. Farrell in the open floor. Goff is back defensively to stop her. Obi to run the offense here. Hands it off. This is Burt. She'll take the shot and miss it. Obi battling for it, and she tight ropes along the sideline, and she stays in bounds. Farrell on the drive. Off the glass. Nope. Loose ball to Goff. Here's Goff, and Tethany Carrillo wants an early timeout here. A 30-second timeout with 7:25 remaining here in this third quarter. A 4-0 run by the Maroons to start the third quarter. And the 9-point halftime lead for Chicago has increased to a 13-point lead, their biggest lead of the game. Don't forget the second game of our doubleheader. It will be the Blue Jays men's basketball team. Head coach John Baines and the Blue Jays will be taking on the Titans from the University of Wisconsin, Oshkosh. Non-conference battle will get underway at 4 o'clock, so stay logged on to BlueJayTV.com for Blue Jay basketball doubleheader here this afternoon. Into the game for the Blue Jays is Sophia Lath, 5'8" freshman. Number 32 into the game for Elmhurst. Trailing by 13. Missed shot down low by Clay. Here's Lake. Farrell, they work it around the perimeter inside to Obi. They kick it out. Lake on the drive, a little bit of a scoop shot. No, Obi. Shot clock down to 5. Farrell for 3 at the top of the key is good. Mia Farrell buries the triple. The lead is now 16. .635 remaining here in the quarter. And knocked out of bounds by Farrell. Bunch of substitutions here for the Maroons. Megan O'Hara, Claire Steffens, Elizabeth Shaw into the game. 7 on the shot clock. Weirich, wide open shot by Clay is no good, but an offensive rebound nicely done there by Lath. Blue Jays will get another crack at it here. Goff wide open, baseline shot. That's short, ball tapped around. Jean has it, and her shot won't go, but Queen was fouled. Good job by the Blue Jays of hitting the offensive glass. See Jean turn around, and on the shot, she got fouled. Foul is on Steffens, her second. So Jean, for the first time at the charity stripe, she cannot get that one to go. Queen still looking for her first point of the game. One more here. 8 points against Redlands. She was 3 of 8 from the field. Misses both here. Lake got the rebound. So the score is still 46-30, and the Blue Jays still have yet to score here in the third quarter. A little over 4 minutes have gone by here. A 7-0 run by the Maroons to start this third quarter. Shaw to get it in to Lake. Lake at the elbow makes the move off the glass, a little too strong. Steffens trying to keep it alive into the hands of Goff. Leif tracking it down, fires it up top to Clay. Clay picks up her dribble, skip pass to Leif, the triple, that one is good. Sophia Leif gets the triple. She averages about 4 points per game. Big bucket there, 46-33. That stopped the 7-0 run by the Maroons here in this third quarter. Lake looking for some help, gives it off to Shaw. 8 to shoot. Shaw lost her footing, got it off, however, to O'Hara. O'Hara running one-hander, no. Rebound by Steffens, and she was fouled. Boy, again, Claire Steffens, she does a great job hanging around the offensive glass, and you see her getting the loose ball there, going up with it, and boy, if that foul is on, well, who is it on? If it's on Jean, that's her fourth. But they still have 3 up on the scoreboard, so it wasn't on Jean. But regardless, Steffens to the line to shoot 2. And her first free throw is good. She's got 9. Ayani Banner back into the game, number 21 for the Maroons. Second free throw by Steffens is no good. Jean got the rebound in the corner. Kockenmeister is back into the game for the Maroons. Pull-up jumper by Clay off the front of the rim, no good. Kockenmeister got the rebound. Passes it off to Farrell. 47-33 Maroons. Banner holding. Getting it inside. Now they bring it out. Banner for 3. Nope. Long rebound though, and it's going to go out of bounds to the Blue Jays. Lisa Logan, Marissa Urso check back in. Goff and Clay step out. 4:23 left here in the third. The only field goal for the Blue Jays, a 3-pointer by Sophia Leif. Weirich holding. Here's Urso. Weirich steps in, fires it inside to Jean. Her turnaround is good and a foul. Beautiful move by the freshman Queen Jean, 6'3". Boy, there is a lot of upside to this young lady. See it turn around. And the foul. One shot here for Jean, looking to complete the 3-point play, and she does complete it. Her first points of the afternoon. Back into the game is Ola Obi for the Maroons. So it's 47-36, 11-point lead. See if the Blue Jays can cut it down to single digits here. We're under 4 minutes to go here in the third. Kind of chip away at this lead. Obi on the drive, leaves it short. Urso coming over and grabbing the ball away from Obi, but they're calling a held ball. And on the alternate possession, it will go to the Blue Jays, and Urso coming up and limping a little bit. Trying to walk it off. All right, so the Blue Jays hold. They've got the ball now with a chance to cut into this 11-point deficit. Here's Urso on the drive. Another 3-ball attempt by Leif, no good. But look at Jean with the offensive rebound and the putback. A couple of field goals by Queen Jean, and it is a single-digit deficit, 47-38. Blue Jays just trying to chip away here. Kockenmeister with the drive, and she is going to get fouled by Sophia Leif. So that'll put Kockenmeister to the line. Jamie with a a free throw in the first quarter. She's 1 of 2 on the game from the line. First free throw is good, so Kockenmeister will have one more. 48-38, 10-point lead. And it's still a 10-point lead after the miss. Urso got the rebound. 48-38. Urso bounce pass to Logan. Logan takes it all the way and in. Nice strong move by Lisa Logan. 48-40. Blue Jays not quitting, hanging around here. Boy, Lisa was not going to be denied as she took that ball and just a sprint to the hoop. Obi got fouled before the shot. There were about 3 Blue Jays that kind of collapsed on Obi as we take another look at it here. Good penetration. Boy, a tough pass into Obi. It was before the shot. Fouls on Lath, her third, so she has to keep an eye on that. Obi missed the shot, and a nice rebound by Jean as she took it away from Obi. All right, here we go. Blue Jays with the ball, trailing by just 8 here. And a foul is going to be called on Farrell. For Farrell, that's her second. It's the 3rd team foul. Each team, by the way, with 3 team fouls here. 2:30 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Weirich taking it all the way to the left hand and in. Kelly Weirich with 6. And the Blue Jays are in a bit of a rhythm offensively here. Now they trail by just 6. So after being shut out the first 3+ minutes of this game as the Maroons turn the ball over. Steffens back in for the University of Chicago. The Blue Jays have found their rhythm here halfway through this 3rd quarter, and now they can cut into this 6-point deficit. Good comeback here by Elmhurst here in this 3rd quarter. With the ball trailing by just 6 now. Nice cut by Logan. She puts it in, no good. Kockenmeister with the rebound. May have gotten bumped just a little bit, no call. Lake in the open floor, and she's going to answer with a bucket. 10 points for Taylor Lake. Boy, that was a tough 4-point swing there, if you will. Logan missed her shot. Lake made her layup, I should say. Lath missed the shot. Logan got the offensive rebound, held ball, possession arrow to the Maroons. Elizabeth Shaw checks in for the Maroons. 50-42. It's an 8-point lead for the University of Chicago with 1:31 left. Inside the Lake, into the corner to Shaw. Up top for the triple is Kockenmeister, no good. All right, again the Blue Jays with the ball, trailing by 8. Urso for the triple. Nope. Jean, though, with the rebound. Jean making the move into the lane. No, boy, she's got some good moves for only a freshman. Steffens got the rebound. A lot of upside to her, no doubt about it. Driving baseline was Lake. She got cut off. Skip pass over here to Burt. 12 to shoot. Lake drives into the lane. Lake too strong off the glass. Lath got it and underhanded it to Weirich. Again, the Blue Jays with a chance to cut into this 8-point deficit. Weirich, Logan, spots up for 3. Oh, rimming in and out. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Man, that was right there. And a foul, and Tethany Carrillo puts up her hand. She can't believe it. Urso's going to get called for the foul. Her first. For team foul with 9.5 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Shaw. Lake with 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Lake on the drive, off the glass and in. Wow. Tough shot by Taylor Lake, and it will go the final seconds of the third quarter. That gives the Maroons a 10-point lead. As we go to the fourth, 52-42. Well, the Blue Jays in that third quarter, they cut it down to 6. Then a couple of field goals at the end of the third quarter by the Maroons. And they take a 10-point lead into this fourth quarter. Taylor Lake has 12 along with Mia Farrell. Those are the two leading scorers for the Maroons. Claire Steffens off the bench with 9 points. Meanwhile, for the Blue Jays, it's Marissa Urso, 10 points, all of her points coming in the first half. Lisa Logan with 9. Wyrich with 6, and Jean with 5, all 5 of her points coming here in that third quarter. Maroons winning that third quarter 13-12. Had a 9-point lead at halftime, 39-30. They take a 10-point lead, 52-42, coming into the fourth quarter here. Can the Blue Jays trying to come from behind and win their home opener here today? Come in with a 3-2 mark. Meanwhile, the Maroons a perfect 5-0. Don't forget, the men will take to the court here at about 4 o'clock. After the conclusion of this one, they'll be taking on the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. I'll bring you that ball game from R.A. Fagenal Hall. So stay logged on to BlueJayTV.com. Becca Gerke into the game. 3-ball attempt by Urso is no good, but the Blue Jays will get another shot here and a bump by Lake in the corner. For Lake, her third. Clay to inbound. New shot clock for the Blue Jays. Gerke, Goff, Clay. Reese is into the game. Mia Reese. And Urso out there for Tethny Carrillo. Here is Urso running one-hander off the glass and in. Marissa now with a dozen, and she's the leading scorer for the Blue Jays. 52-44. The lead is 8. Blue Jays hanging around. Skip pass over here to Burt, nearly picked off. Top of the key. Shaw's 3 is way off the mark. Loose ball, Clay with it. Again, the Blue Jays with a chance to cut it to 6. Clay on the drive to the left hand, yes. Kelly Clay, and it's a 6-point game again, 52-46. Now the Blue Jays need a stop here. And a steal, and the Blue Jays come up with it. Reese ahead to Urso. Urso on the drive and a blocking foul on Shaw. So Marissa Urso will come to the line here to shoot 2. For Shaw, that is her third. Nice take by Marissa. I think she knew she was going to get fouled. Hits the first free throw. Marissa with 13 points off the bench here today. And she brings the Blue Jays to within 5. Boy, there's no quit in this Blue Jays team. Down double digits early on in the third quarter. Second free throw by Ursa is good. 14 for Marissa. 8 It's 52-48, a 4-point lead for the Maroons. A minute and a half gone by here in this fourth quarter. Farrell, double teamed. Obi, nice pass in the corner. Good movement by the Maroons here. 8 to shoot. 3 ball by Burt. Back of the iron, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Lauren Goff. Boy, now the Blue Jays with a chance to cut it to 2. Inside shot, Reese, the running one-hander, won't go. Battle for the rebound taken down by Kockenmeister. Good shot though. Burt gives it up. This is Lake. Clay is on her. Farrell on the drive, counted and one. Oh my, Mia Farrell. Here's another look at it here. Lake passing it off, Mia driving baseline. Clay tried to get there to cut her off. Couldn't quite get there, and Farrell completes the 3-point play. Boy, a much needed bucket there for the Maroons. The first points of the quarter for the University of Chicago right there by Farrell. 15 for Mia. She's the leading scorer for the Maroons. Gerke back out. Reese tried to get it back to Becca, but a bad pass, and the Blue Jays turn it over. Boy, that's something that the Blue Jays simply cannot do the rest of the way. 7:21 left. Blue Jays trailing by 7. They cut it down to 4. Lake to the glass, no, but she was fouled. Good take by Taylor Lake. And as I mentioned earlier, both of these two teams shoot very, very well from the free throw line. Here's Lake, and there's a little bit of contact there, so Taylor will shoot 2. 12 points for her. She's 2 for 2 from the foul line. 2 free throws early on in the game. Boy, she's got great form. 13 now for Taylor Lake. Taylor's the leading scorer for this Maroon team, averaging nearly 17 a game, and you can see why. 14 now for Taylor Lake. 57-48. Boy, 5 straight points for the Maroons. 9-point lead. 3 minutes gone by here in this fourth quarter. Weirich. Up top, Logan from about 18 feet. Back of the iron, nope. Obi got the rebound, but the Blue Jays got it away from her. She went down to the floor. So a new opportunity, a new shot clock for Elmhurst. And that pass to Clay was intercepted by Kockenmeister, but the ball goes out of bounds, but it will be Maroons' ball here. Steffens back into the game. Also for the Blue Jays is Sophia Leif. Hit a big 3 ball in the third quarter, did Sophia. 6:27 remaining. Here's Lake, double team, tried to whip it out to Farrell, but a bad pass, and the Maroons turn it over. Back into the game, Queen Jean. Well, each possession going to be big from now on for the Blue Jays, trailing by 9. Approaching the 6-minute mark of this one. Jean at the elbow. Here's Weirich. Weirich picks up her dribble, gives it to Logan. Lisa on the drive, takes it all the way, scoop shot, too strong, and it's Kockenmeister getting the rebound. See if the Maroons try to run some clock here. Steffens at the top of the key. Here's Kockenmeister. Lake, yep, shot clock down to 7. 3-ball attempt by Burt is good. Oh, my. Miranda Burt burying the triple, and the lead is now 12, 60-48. Boy, Miranda Burt. Huge shot right there for the Maroons. Here's Clay on the drive. Clay tried to bounce pass it to Jean. It was kicked. So they'll reset the shot clock to 15. Game clock is at 5:07. Elizabeth McCray and Katie Heller back into the game for the Maroons. University of Chicago again looking to stay undefeated. They are 5-0 coming into this one. Jean's shot is no good. Steffens got the rebound and was fouled in the backcourt by Kelly Clay. For Kelly, that's her third. Tried to poke it away, instead committed the foul. See her coming around right there, committing the foul. 3 team fouls for the Blue Jays, 2 team fouls for the Maroons here in this fourth quarter. We are halfway through it. Maroons with the ball, leading by 12. Kockenmeister wanting a clear out. Now she drives into the lane, loses control of it, traveled, but I think the officials are discussing whether or not there was a foul before the travel. And the answer is no. So the traveling violation, and the Blue Jays get the ball back. Good job by the officials to discuss it, getting the right call. Clay in the corner, left wide open, takes the shot and buries it. Kelly Clay's field goal brings the Blue Jays to within 10. 6 points today for Kelly. And she has the steal right here. Kelly coming off of that 19-point performance against Redlands. Kicks it out. Late for Tree. The triple, no. And Elizabeth McCray got the rebound. 3-on-1 here for the Maroons. And laying it up too strong is Kockenmeister. They get a new shot clock, however. Here's Farrell. She's left wide open and she hits it. 17 for Farrell. The lead back up to 12. Jean, and a blocking foul is going to be called here on Steffens. For Claire, that's her third. It's going to be the third team foul. So the Blue Jays will inbound it underneath their own bucket here. Urso is back in for the Blue Jays. Lake, Shaw, and Burt return. Allison Gill, number 22, is out there for the Maroons also. Urso looking, still looking. Still trying, and there's a 5-second violation. Oh, but they got the, oh, okay, so the outside official, Stephanie Carrillo, called a timeout before the 5-second violation. So good job by Coach Carrillo avoiding the turnover. She calls a timeout, so it still is going to be Blue Jay basketball. See the numbers on the bottom of your monitor. Time starting to become a factor in this one. Just 3:40 remaining. And the Blue Jays find themselves trailing by 12. This is the home opener for the Blue Jays. Their home conference opener will be on Wednesday night. It will be their conference opener as well, here at home against Illinois Wesleyan. That'll be on December 5th. Wednesday night, 7 o'clock tip-off. I'll bring you that ball game here on BlueJayTV.com, so make a note of it. Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, Illinois Wesleyan, or better yet, stop on by here at R.A. Fagnall Hall. Watch the Blue Jays in person. Conference opener Wednesday night. Urso gets the inbounds pass. Kind of an over-the-shoulder shot. Jumper no good by Gill. Lath from way downtown, short. Burt got the rebound. Burt's gonna take it all the way to the left hand, no good. Tapped around into the hands of Logan. Urso for three, yes. Marissa Urso buries the triple, and now it's a single-digit deficit. 62-53, but just 2:39 left. Boy, the Blue Jays need a couple of stops. 2.5 left now. Burt. Gill with a beautiful move, and for Allison Gill, her first 2 points of the afternoon. Lead back up to 11. 2:10 remaining. Three ball, Wyrich. Back of the iron, no good. Lake got the rebound. Logan went over the back. For Lisa, her second. It's the 4th team foul. Farrell back in for the Maroons. She comes in for Shaw. 4 team fouls for the Blue Jays, 3 team fouls for the Maroons. Burt here on the near side. Makes the move into the lane, takes it all the way, puts it up and in. 7 for Miranda. 66-53 with 1:40 to go. Logan spots up for 3. Front of the iron, no good. Ball tipped around, taken down by the Maroons. Gill with the rebound. Farrell and a reach in by Logan for Lisa. That's her 3rd. It'll be the 5th team foul, so Mia Farrell will come to the line. She'll shoot a pair here. 1:26 left. Tethany Carrillo wants all of her players huddled around her. I think she's just figuring out who's going to guard who. Mia Farrell to the line here. 17 points tonight for her. Now make it 18. (67-53). Farrell will have one more. Looking for point number 19, and she hits it. She is the game-high scorer here this afternoon. Well, the lead has blossomed back up to 15. Lath will launch the triple. That's no good. Loose ball to Burt. And another foul in the backcourt. This one on Logan. That's going to be foul number 4 on her. So 2 more free throws coming for the Maroons. Miranda Burt will come to the line for the first time here this afternoon. Well, this is a solid Maroons team, no question about it. Good balanced scoring. Can shoot free throws extremely well. Play solid defense. You can see why they won 24 games a year ago. Clay comes back into the game replacing Jean. Second free throw is good by Burt. (11 points for Miranda. 9 of those 11 points coming in the second half. 3-ball attempt fired up that time by Emmy Greina into the game, a 5'8" junior from Wheaton, went to Wheaton North. 70-53, still be Blue Jays ball here. Wyrich. Get it inside to Clay. Clay going to the reverse and can't quite hit him. Ball is loose, and now it's finally wrestled down by Alina Brennan, and she is going to get fouled. Brennan is a freshman from Boston, Massachusetts, and she will come to the line here, looking to get some points. She'll have 2 shots. First one is off to the right a little bit. (70-53), 17-point lead with just 15 seconds to go. Make it an 18-point lead. So Brennan in the scoring column. She goes 1 of 2 from the foul line. And a timeout taken here by Tethny Carrillo, and she wants just a 30-second timeout here. So it looks like the Maroons are going to remain perfect on the season. They will move to 6-0, and they'll be taking on Thomas More at home on December 3rd, Tuesday night. That's a 6 o'clock tip-off. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays will fall to the 500 mark. They'll go to 3-3 on the year, and they'll be back here at R.A. Fagnall Hall on Wednesday night for the CCIW Conference Opener. I'll bring that game to you against the Titans of Illinois Wesleyan. That will be a 7 o'clock tip-off on Wednesday night, December 5th. So make sure you log on to BlueJayTV.com on Wednesday night. So after the 30-second timeout, Blue Jays will get the ball in front of their own bench here. Greina gets it into Wyrich. Wyrich still holding, and she will launch the triple from the top of the key. That's no good, and we're going to have another whistle and another foul. They're going to call Lake on the foul. And for Taylor, that's foul number 4 on her. That'll put Marissa Urso to the line. She is the leading scorer for the Blue Jays with 17. She'll have one more free throw. .41 seconds left. That one goes in, so she's got 18 tonight. And Burt knocked out of bounds by the Blue Jays. And Lauren Goff comes back into the game here for the Blue Jays. Mia Reese also checks back in. So you've got Goff, Reese, Clay, Urso, and Wyrich out there for the Blue Jays. Lake looking to inbound. She does to Burt. Lake trying to play keep away, and she double dribbled. She kind of pinned it to the side of her hip there and got called for the double dribble. 31 seconds left. Blue Jays. Wyrich loses it. It's going to go out of bounds to the Maroons. Shot clock turned off. 28 seconds left to play in the game. Farrell, and she traveled. She got the running start, caught the ball, and shuffled her feet just a little bit. Quite a game for her, though. She's a game-high scorer right now with 19 points. Wyrich tried to pass it off to Reese, lost control, but got it back. Reese for 3. Short. Rebound to Gill. Here's Burt, and the Maroons can just run this one out. Instead, the Blue Jays are going to foul. Wyrich committing the foul. For Kelly, that's her 3rd. And so Burt to the line. She'll have 2 more. Burt with 12. Boy, she is picture perfect. 13 points now for Miranda Burt. It's a 20-point lead, 73-53. 3 ball by Clay is off the mark, and that will do it. Final score here from R.A. Fagnall Hall. The visiting Maroons from the University of Chicago remain undefeated. 6-0 now, 20-point win over the Blue Jays, 73-53. The Blue Jays now at the 500 mark at 3-3. Quickly, your leading scorers for the Maroons. Mia Farrell had 19, Taylor Lake with 14, Miranda Burt with 13, Claire Steffens off the bench with 9 for the Maroons. Meanwhile, the leading scorer for the Blue Jays, Marissa Urso, with 18 points here this afternoon. Lisa Logan had 9, Clay and Wyrich each with 6 points for the Blue Jays. So that will do it. Don't forget, stay logged on. The men will be taking on the University of Wisconsin Oshkosh at about 4 o'clock here this afternoon. The next game for the women will be Wednesday night, December 5th, 7 o'clock tip-off against Illinois Wesleyan. So stay logged on. We've got the men coming up. Mark Kruger, so long, everybody.